What is up, everyone? Today we are going to be doing the river tier list, river member tier list that I promised several months ago because, well, we hit 500 members recently. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Thank you to I for making this tier list. He got all these people, like, these icons with their names. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. The way we got these people is we got the top 20 on the leaderboard, some of the staff members, well, all of the staff members, and I also just suggested a few other people that I feel like are slightly influential in the server. So anyway, let's just begin. So the criteria that was chosen in the poll that I made was who could survive the longest in the zombie apocalypse. Now I wish that wasn't chosen because I'd rather have the baby one win because I think that's going to be more fun, but whatever, I guess you guys chose this. So it's your fault if this video sucks, basically. Definitely not mine. This tier list, the link of it is going to be in the description, so if you want to make your own, then you can do that as well. So yeah. Anyways, let's just start. So we have On. Pretty bad start here. I think he's going to be an F. I'm sorry, bro. Listen, he's too young for this. He's not going to survive a zombie apocalypse. There's no way. He's not going to combat them, I feel like. Okay, maybe not F. Maybe not F. Maybe a D. Maybe a D. Yeah, I think that's fair. Next up is Lumiko. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. I think she's low-key too sweet to kill a zombie. I feel like she'd just run away. But she'd run away pretty well. So like, I mean, I don't think she's gonna. She would last a decent amount of time, but at some point something's gonna happen, I guess. I don't know. This low-key just depends on how long Kala survives. She's probably gonna be in Kala's shadow the entire time. C tier, I guess. Alright, Luna, I have no idea, low-key. I genuinely just don't know about this. Although I do feel like she'd be very stealthy with it. So that would cause her to live a lot longer. Yeah, B tier. Why not? Clicks would be an S tier, I feel like. Unironically. He's just gonna demolish all of them. Because he's so, I don't know, he's just tough, I guess, okay? There's no other reasoning. I'm sorry. Rena. I have no idea. I genuinely don't know. Like, I think maybe she'd survive for a decent amount of time. It depends on how long Aslan survives. So, that she's a pretty violent person towards Aslan at least. So I think she could be pretty well against zombies. So yeah, low-key an A tier. Because of like, if she does the same things as she does to Aslan with zombies, she's gonna win. She'll survive for a while. Alright, plus power. I'm not sure. I don't think she'd live for that long. I feel like she's gonna suffer the same problems as On. I'm sorry, gonna be your D tier, a high D tier. No, you're gonna survive longer than On at least. Mateo, easy S tier. He's gonna actually wait, not an S tier, not an S tier. Wait, let's hold our horses. Like, he is tough. He's a very tough human being. He can definitely take some zombies, but the thing is that he takes a lot of abuse as well from Kyle, as we all know. So, but he would survive a pretty decent amount of time. He'd survive longer than Rena, I would say so. I think that's a fair placement. I'm not sure. I'll adjust this at the end when we're done. It doesn't matter. June. I'm not. I don't really know. I would assume she would survive a decent amount of time, but like not that much. Nah, B tier. Below Luna. Icebow. Okay, Icebow. He would probably live a lot longer, for a pretty decent amount of time as well. I don't know why. I just feel like there's just a hankering in me that he would live. Moving on. Cookie. He would be listening to groaning ASMR while dealing with these zombies. Either that or mommy ASMR, which might give them some motivation. I'm not sure. Low-key though, like, he'd survive a pretty decent amount of time. Not an S tier, but like an A tier. Yeah. No, he's not that violent. So like, below Rena. Shadowo, he would try to make friends with some of them, but they would not be his friend, and he would suffer. So low-key, I'm sorry, but I think you're gonna be the first F tier. That's not a bad thing, okay? That's not a bad thing. It just means you're too friendly, and that's a good thing. That's awesome. Okay? Winter. S tier, definitely. He would have something up his sleeve. He's definitely gonna destroy them. You can win against this man, okay? He's a man of many talents, okay? Yeah. Kizuki, he would have the same problem as Shadow. I'm sorry. There's nothing else to say, really. Yeah, no, above Shadow, actually. Wait, why is he not doing it? Hello? There we go. Okay, Remy. Low-key, I genuinely just don't know. He's not that tough. He's not that built in real life. So I'm not sure how many zombies he can take. He's low-key just a goblin. He would just scream and run around, I feel like. You're gonna go with Lumi. I'm sorry. Balls deep, easy S tier. There's no competition, obviously. Moody. How long would she last? I feel like she'd last a pretty decent amount of time. A while. More than On. Actually, no, she'd go down at the same time as plus power. These three would be together. That's for sure. That's all I know. Alright, Leon Bond. Leona. How long would she survive against zombies? Bro, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, I genuinely just have no idea. There's really like nothing. Okay, she could survive more longer than On. Maybe longer than these two. I'm not too sure. I'll just put her here. Hyperviolet S tier. Again, like she's tough. She can break people's spines. She's immoral. There's nothing. These zombies have nothing on her. There's nothing you can do. Easy S tier. Actually at the top of S tier. What am I doing? A ball deep at the bottom. Sorry. Kiwi. How long would she survive? I'm not sure actually. I should have asked her about this. I don't know. She's a friendly person, but not as friendly as Shadow or like Zuki. Would they go on the same ship as these three? Maybe. Why not? D tier. But wait. Actually, I'll put you in B tier. I don't know. I feel like you're kind of like a tough human being as well, but not as tough as these people. Also, Cookie should be down. I don't know why I put him that high. And Icebound. No wait. Yeah, Icebound kept there. Aslan, I feel like he's got this. Not an S tier, but like he's at high A tier. Yeah, these two are together. But the thing is, I feel like he is pretty tough. He can beat these zombies' asses up. It's not that difficult for him. Anyway, Bugger Bag. I really don't know about this. Not an F tier, but like, I don't know, C tier. That's just, I don't know. Yeah. Kala, okay. Kala, as we know, he loves Outer Wilds, which is set in space. And as we know, one living organism that people think that lives in space is aliens. And the thing is, I feel like there's not that much difference between aliens and zombies. So if you can deal with aliens, you can deal with zombies as well. And that's basically just me saying he's gonna be in S tier. I don't think there's that much. Okay, wait. If he's in S tier and he's gonna protect Lumi, then Lumi goes above a tier. Loki. Yeah, I think that's decent. I hate Vice 2723. Not the other Vice. We'll get to him later. He's a very mysterious person. So like, it is difficult to judge. However, I do think he's got something in him. I don't think the zombies would affect him very much. So like, C tier. But above everyone else. Above Leona. Sorry. Calvia's a pretty tough guy, but also he low-key just like disappears for a while, so that's an issue. Maybe he would disappear at the time of the zombies. You never know. That's a way to survive. So like A tier. I don't think that's controversial. Alright, Knife. I don't know how you pronounce your name. Sorry. Like, I feel like they would just have an ego. They would say they'd survive the longest, but actually, in actuality, they don't. I'm not sure, but I do think they would be on the lower spectrum. I'll put him here. Also, I'll raise plus power and moody just at the bottom of C. I think that's fine. All right, Willow. Where would Willow go? I think they'd survive longer than Leona, at least. So, I feel like they're a pretty tough person, but like not as tough as these people. So like at the bottom of B. So I think that's decent. I think that's good enough. Karyak, she's a very friendly human being, but I also feel like that no one's got anything on her. I feel like she's friendly on the outside, but secretly very aggressive. Definitely pretty high, at least. Yeah, sure, above Calvia. She would defend herself pretty well. I have no idea who that is. Who the fuck are you? I'm sorry. Kyle. Yeah, S tier. He's a very violent person, right? Like, he already abuses his boyfriend constantly, every single day. He do the same thing to the zombies. The no-brainer, of course. All right, the rice, the femboy rice. He would meow to them to scare them away, but they would not listen. So that would be his first mistake, and he died very early on. I feel like. I'm sorry. Maybe like after these two. Okay. All right. Ivy. I don't know what his name is, I don't know what he is anymore. He would survive pretty long. I'm not too sure though. He would survive longer than Icebow, I think. Yeah. And then me, I don't know. I wouldn't survive that long, I feel like. Maybe a decent amount of time if I'm careful. I would say like either top of D tier or below like bottom C. Yeah, maybe bottom C. We're gonna readjust some things. Firstly, I don't know why Quix is that high. He is pretty tough, but he's not that tough. He's not on the level of any of these people, especially Ball Steve. So I think he's gonna be in A tier. Maybe, yeah, he'd be pretty high A tier, to be fair. I guess above Aslan. I think that's fair. And then what else? Luna's gonna be a high, like a bottom C tier, I think. Actually, wait, no, she'd be here. I think that's fair. I think that's reasonable for her caliber. No, wait. No, wait. I was about to say Lumi would survive less than Luna, but Lumi has Cal's protection. So like, yeah. Okay, yeah, I think I'm done. I'm not sure what else to do. This was a short video. I'm sorry for the wait, but yeah, that's that. I'm not sure what to say. That's that. I'm not sure about what to say. Okay, if you think you can make a better video, then I'd love to see you try. But yeah, if you want to make your own tier list with any sort of criteria that you want, the link is in the description below. Subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. I don't know. Goodbye.